In the near future, the design phase of the UK's sixth-generation fighter jet program, Tempest, is expected to begin. The United Kingdom unveiled a full-scale concept model of their next sixth-generation fighter jet, the Tempest, at the Farnborough International Airshow, or FIA. With the arrival of this multi-role jet in 2035, it will fly alongside the Eurofighter Typhoon and the future F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, JSF. According to the government's estimate, the Tempest initiative will cost somewhere between $2 and $3 billion in the next decade. The money for this project came from the government's 2015 Strategic Security and Defense Review, which set aside funds for future air defense technology. In addition, more than 100 different private organizations have contributed hundreds of millions of dollars to the undertaking. We have been a world leader in the combat air sector for a century, with an enviable variety of skills and technology, and this strategy makes it plain that we are determined to ensure that it continues that way, the Defense Secretary said. Tempest will have next-generation technology to deal with current and future threats. As its name implies, it can fly without a pilot, allowing it to conduct missions and respond to deadly situations without risking the lives of its crew. The members of the Tempest team. Some world's leading defense contractors will work together to create the Tempest. MOD claims that Team Tempest is a collaboration that will be overseen by the Royal Air Force's Rapid Capability Office, RAF'RCO. Also, this association will engage closely with the Ministry of Defense. It will be led by BAE Systems, the largest defense contractor in the United Kingdom. As a result of the BAE exhibit, the Tempest was unveiled. The propulsion system will be built by Rolls-Royce, a British company with a global reputation for power systems innovation. In addition to providing advanced weapons expertise and designing the weapon system, MBDA, European British, has verified that the Spear missile system will give long-range strike capabilities. Future F-35s will also use Spear. Work on sensors, electronics, and avionics will be provided by the Italian high-tech company Leonardo. What is the Tempest going to be armed with? The weapons of the sixth-generation fighter will be so advanced that they will look like something out of a science fiction movie. The specs may alter, but the current design is for a twin-engine stealth fighter jet that can operate with or without a pilot. In addition, the Tempest can operate drone swarms that use artificial intelligence and machine learning to disrupt enemy defenses while increasing survivability. Cooperative engagement capabilities, a network-based technology that uses networked sensors to boost battlefield awareness and enable the capacity to conduct coordinated attacks and defense maneuvers, are also anticipated to be included in the Tempest. That's not all. The fighter plane will also incorporate directed energy weapons, or DEWs, that may inflict non-kinetic harm by emitting highly focused energy systems. Finally, the Tempest will be armed with various hypersonic missiles that can travel at speeds over Mach 5. The Air Combat Strategy. The Tempest's unveiling coincides with the release of the Air Combat Strategy, which lays out a framework for the UK's future air defense capabilities. Air Chief Marshal Sir Stephen HILLIER remarked, "This year, we celebrate our Royal Navy's 100th anniversary. Naturally, we published the Combat Air Strategy at this time. Since its founding, the RAF has relied heavily on combat air capabilities, and it continues to do so today on missions around the world." In terms of air combat, the following are the essential elements. 1. F-35s and modernized Typhoons will form the core of the next generation of fighters. 2. The United Kingdom is bracing itself for significant technological advances, particularly in sensing, data management, and self-reliance. And 3. Maintaining a dynamic and creative industrial base is essential for the UK. To replace the RAF's Typhoon, the Ministry of Defense plans to launch a new purchase program in the future. A more open and sustainable development program will be achieved by working closely with the UK's industrial base to avoid the cycle of increasing costs and development time. A lot's going on in the European next-generation fighter arena right now. It will be interesting to see how states progress with their projected fighter aircraft programs and what alliances form in the future. In the Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, there is an idea that the UK is attempting to maintain its status as a Tier 1 military power with strong force projection capabilities after the unveiling of the Tempest jet fighter and the Air Combat Strategy Guideline. Decisions on the acquisition of next-generation capabilities are expected to be taken by the end of 2020 and final investment decisions by 2025. While the UK is driving the effort, European defense contractors like Italy's Leonardo will play a significant role. That's what Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel said at the Farnborough Airshow. In the face of a more dangerous future, it shows our partners are open to working together to protect the skies, and this concept model is only a window into what the future could look like. The UK should also explore outside of Europe for prospective business partners, he said. Now's the moment to look across the world and see what other countries we can work with, as well as to ensure that we develop strong and new partnerships. Analysts predict that Japan, South Korea, and Saudi Arabia will be among the prospective customers. However, Turkey's purchase has recently been called into doubt due to the acquisition of Russian missile systems, which are alleged to pose a security danger to integrating the F-35. The French and German next-generation fighter projects, led by Dassault and Airbus, will face stiff competition from the Tempest. Will the Tempest replace the Eurofighter? Eventually, Charles Woodburn, CEO of BAE Systems, praised the Eurofighter Typhoon as the bedrock of European air defense in a statement. It'll be a long time until the Eurofighter sees service in 2035. Still, even then, it will serve as a pilot test for the Tempest because much of its sophisticated technology will first be implemented on upgraded Typhoon aircraft. According to Woodburn, there would be updates in the avionics, upgrades in the weapon systems, upgrades in the radar via the Typhoon, and will be deployed right away. The Tempest will be a major test for Britain's ability to compete globally. To this date, the UK's defense industry and military haven't had a homegrown fighter in more than half a century. With the launch of the Tempest, the United Kingdom will become one of the first countries to have a sixth-generation fighter jet and a fleet of unmanned aircraft. With the Eurofighter and F-35 programs having provided a bundle of knowledge and expertise, it will be intriguing to see if the UK can complete the Tempest project on time and within budget. Priority will be given to speeding up the development process, as current times might take an entire generation for an aircraft to get from idea to active duty. For those who haven't had the opportunity to fly the F-35, it will be a stark reminder of how fighter jet programs can go wrong. Europe as a whole will be eagerly awaiting the results of this experiment. Along with Brexit's repercussions, the Tempest project is likely to reinforce the limited role that the United Kingdom will play in the future Eurofighter program, which is increasingly appearing like a Franco-German partnership. The Air Combat Strategy and the Tempest project are powerful statements of intent that reflect the UK's commitment to being a Tier 1 military power as well as an aerospace technology pioneer. There's still a long way to go until 2035, but the potential partners and buyers will be interesting to watch over the next few decades. There will be a lot of Rolls-Royce involvement, which will help promote British engineering. The engines will have a smaller fuselage profile thanks to the incorporated electric starter from Rolls-Royce. What do you guys think about this deadly aircraft? Please tell us in the comments below. That's all for today, guys. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Also, press the bell icon for any new updates. See you in the next one.